Happy October! Happy National Coming Out Day. This is going to be a different kind of vlog. I never do anything like this, and I'm starting to think I should because there's just been a lot of things I want to talk about. But I guess I'll start it out with this video. It's National Coming Out Day, and for those of you who don't know, I'm bisexual. I'm just gonna let that sink in for a minute to those people who are watching this video right now who do not know this about me. And let's see, I have a list of normal questions I get that have something to do about my sexual orientation. First of all, how long have I known? I've known a very long time. I kind of figured this out in 2004 when I was living in the Bay Area, and there was a difference between liking one person and liking another person. Back then I didn't know what that was. I mean, I don't really know how to explain it when I was a child. It's hard to explain, but yeah, I've known since 2004. And no, this is not a face. I'll tell you why. Who have I liked? That's a question I always get too whenever I talk about this. And the real answer there is I've liked a lot of different girls too. Not just guys, obviously. I'm not going to give away any names here, but the number one rule I always had for myself is don't like a girl in your friendship. So everyone I'm friends with, basically, I don't have a crush on at all. Like, yeah, I've been attracted to a few of them, but that's it. There's been no relationship. And the reason for that is I'd rather just not ruin my friendships with the people I'm starting to get to know and become good friends with. I would rather just keep that either on the down low or just move on to someone else. And it usually worked. I have only liked, sorry, my phone went off. I've only liked, I think, 2 people who I actually do not speak to anymore because of personal reasons. Just the friendship never worked. And it happens, that's part of life. So if I'm bisexual and I've never been with anyone, how do I know? It's simple. You just do. You'll walk down the street and sometimes you'll see, this is just my personal things that have happened. I've gone places where there was a person or there was a girl in front of me who I thought was very pretty, and I actually have a funny story about one girl who, I'm not gonna say their name, plus our friendship is super tight. Like, we are really good friends now, and this is somebody who, like I said earlier, I didn't try anything with, and I'm really glad because I'll get to why in a second. But this story starts out with, it was the first day of class at community college, and I already told this girl too, so she actually kind of laughed, and it was really funny. But yeah, she was standing outside, and I had one look at her, and I went, oh, she's really pretty. The person next to me, I'm not going to mention their name either, but they're lesbian, bisexual, so we're talking, and she says to me, she's like, why don't you ask the girl on a date? And I said to her, that's too fast. I'm gonna just compliment her. So I saw she was wearing certain shoes. I just said, oh, I like your shoes. And she was really happy. Just her face lit up and she said, oh, thank you. And literally the friendship just started from there. It's a really weird way to explain how that all happened. But that's how I became really good friends with this girl. And she knows. I told her the story and we both laughed and we moved on. So I've never really had a girlfriend because it's really hard to find another girl who is into girls as well. Plus, I was too nervous to date a girl where I was living. I wasn't out with my family yet. Actually, the only person who knew in my whole family that I knew who knew about me is my mother. That just happened one day, I think in 2010. It was really bothering me. I called my mom one day and I told her the truth. I just told her something was bugging me, and she said, okay, what's wrong? And I said, I like girls. There's a girl in my class who I think is very attractive and I can't do anything about because she's straight. Simple as that. She already knew, my mom knew for years, and she was waiting for me to realize it. So I realized it, confessed to her. She said, cool, great, you figured it out, which is awesome. But the reason I haven't really been with another girl is because I don't know how to date another girl. I don't know how to know if they like me back. I don't know how to approach another girl the way I can approach a guy and talk to a guy. It's just a different ball game for me. I can't figure it out myself, and I don't want advice. I'm giving you the reason why I don't have a girlfriend. I've never had a girlfriend. I've liked girls, I just have never had one as my girlfriend. So that's the answer to that question. That makes me move on to the boyfriend thing. Yes, currently October 11th, 2016, as I'm speaking right now, I do have a boyfriend. And he's amazing. He's extremely supportive about me and my sexual orientation. Actually, we do something where if we see a girl that we think is really pretty, we'll show each other who it is, and we'll both, go over a list of what makes her so pretty, and then we'll just move on. We have a healthy relationship, and I could not be happier. So that's for the boyfriend topic. Another thing I get a lot of people saying to me, and this is mostly, I'm not trying to sound mean here, but this is mostly from people who are extremely religious. It's people saying, well, isn't this just a phase? No. I can tell you right now, N-O, this is not a phase. This is a real thing. I've been feeling like this since I can remember, which is as far back as I can remember until 2004. This is not a phase. I'm 22 now. I'm an adult. I'm paying my own bills and everything and stuff like that. I think I'm at an age where I know that this feeling, this being bisexual, this is not a phase. This is a real thing that I cannot repress anymore because I've already come to a conclusion that this is definitely not a phase. I don't know how to really put that into better words, and I'm probably going to think of it when I'm done making this video and I'm editing it, but if I had a way to explain that this wasn't a phase as easy as I can think of, let me cut and think, hold on. When you get a feeling of this, just the same feeling of liking someone reoccurring almost, not every day, but depending on who you like, if it reoccurs again and again and again, and it's going on for years and years, it's definitely not a phase. And especially if it's a deep feeling. And from experience, or from, this is my personal opinion, there is no stereotypical bisexual person. Being bisexual can happen to literally anyone. It's a boy or girl, and there's no, in my opinion, there's no real stereotype. Yeah, people who know me, I've grown up wearing tomboyish clothes. I've never really been into makeup. I've never really been into doing my hair. I've never been into wearing like frilly dresses and a lot of makeup. I just said that, sorry. The point is, there's no stereotypical bisexual. Anybody who is bisexual is just a human being. They wear the clothes they want to wear, they talk how they want to talk, they do what they want to do. And society, most of society really thinks that people who are bisexual like to dress a certain way, like to act a certain way. It's the same thing about being gay. Like if you're gay, if you're a girl, you're very butch, you're very stern, and you're very strong about your opinions and how you look. You just come across very, like, you come across like a wall. You're very sturdy, is basically kind of what I'm trying to get at. Not everybody is like that, but that's the stereotypical version of a lesbian. For someone who's gay, for a guy, they're flamboyant, they talk like this, they're so pretty. Like, that's not all stereotypical things. Ugh, I'm not explaining that part right. My roommate made a funny sound. But yeah, for guys, some of them are flamboyant, some of them are just not. So there's no real stereotypical bisexual is the point here. I don't wear a whole lot of makeup. and even if I did, what's the point? Like, calling me the stereotypical bisexual person. I just know I'm a tomboy. I'm not into girly things. I mean, I'll dress up nice once in a while, but otherwise, I'm gonna dress myself the way I like, which is comfortable and casual. That's stereotypical me. A few other questions are, if you're dating a guy, which I am currently, if you're dating a guy, does that mean that you're still bisexual? Yes, that still means I'm bisexual. Just because I'm dating a guy doesn't mean that I haven't seen a girl before and not think, oh, she's pretty or she's cute or something. I'm also, another question people always ask, or not always ask, but I've gotten before is, if you're bisexual, are you into threesomes? No. That is disgusting. Don't ever ask me that again. Flat answer, no. I saw an interview, I forgot the actress's name, but she was asked in an interview, I don't remember who it was a show a long time ago, but she was asked, because if now she's married with a husband, is she formally bisexual? And she said flat out, no. Just because I'm married to a guy doesn't mean I'm formally bisexual. It just means that she's married to a guy, but she's still attracted to women as well. There's no way to stop being bisexual, and there's no cure. Why should there even be? I don't feel like getting into that part, but because if you're married to someone of your opposite gender, it doesn't mean that you're formally bisexual. It just means that you happen to fall in love with someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, and there's still someone else that you'll see once in a while who you're attracted to, but you're going to do nothing about, obviously. So there's no such thing as being formally bisexual, at least in my own opinion. I mean, everybody has biased opinions, everybody's got a different idea, different logic about this entire topic, but that's just how I think. And that kind of concludes what I'm trying to get around here. And you don't even know, but my heart is kind of beating really fast right now. So if you're someone I know who doesn't know that I'm bisexual, and if you're not okay with this, I don't really need you in my life. I'm just gonna be blunt. If you're against this, if you're homophobic about the way I am, I'm afraid that we cannot keep communicating, because I can't have someone in my life that doesn't accept me. For those people who do know, you could have disregarded this entire video, like I think I said in the beginning of this. So you already know, you're good. You can click out of this video if you want. You don't have to keep watching. And to the people who kind of knew but weren't sure, here's me confirming it for you. And I hope you're not mad that I've kind of been hiding this for a while. It's really hard to be yourself to the world when the entire world doesn't really accept you for who you are. Because I've been made fun of for this from people who figured it out, like in high school, for example. Those were the worst years of my life. I made amazing friends through that entire ordeal, but 4 years of high school just sucked. Because I couldn't be myself. Everybody made fun of you, and I wasn't sure who I was just yet. I was still figuring out my sexuality, and it was really hard to be who I was. And I'm starting to get a little bit emotional about it, and I'm trying not to. It's just really hard to be yourself when, a lot of people out there tell you to not be. Or when people who see you be yourself make fun of you for it, or tell you that you're wrong, or something's wrong with you, when you're still trying to come to terms with who you are. And it just makes coming out that much harder to do. I'm honestly terrified to make this video, but I'm doing it because I'm sick of hiding. I'm sick of not being able to be myself around people who don't know, and I'd rather not be a surprise to them anymore. I would rather them just hear me say it, get over themselves if they have a problem with it, and learn to accept that, yeah, I'm a little different. I'm not straight, and I'm not gay either. I'm bisexual. I like both sides of the spectrum here. And a lot of my really close friends are completely supportive of me, and I love them so much because of this. And I know there's people out there right now who are gonna watch this video and not care. Just watch me and say, you have no right to be this way or whatever, or God is gonna send you to hell. Because I've already gotten that from somebody before, and I don't talk to them anymore. This is a while ago, so they don't matter. But that's why I've been hiding like this for a while, and I repress it so much, and I act like, to the people who didn't realize who I was, I act as straight as I can be to them. There's not much else to say other than this is me, this is who I am, I haven't changed, I'm still the same me. I mean, the only difference is now I'm a little more mature about my life in general. But it still doesn't make this video any easier to make, because this is not an easy video to put out. I know that this video is going to go public in my vlog channel because, well, it's a video diary. I'm being watched every day by at least one person out there, so it's not like I'm hiding anything anymore. I know that a lot of people are probably going to be against me putting this out there in public, saying like, why would you say something to everyone out there who can view this when it should be a personal thing? That's the thing. It's not very personal anymore. It's a very real thing. I'm not the only person out there who's bisexual. I'm not the only person out there who has made a coming out video. I'm not the only person who is like this. There's a lot of other people out there too, and I just happen to make mine more viewable? Is that even a word? Whatever. I happen to make mine more, it's easier to see because I video blog and I posted it on YouTube. And I don't make any money from my vlogs. I do this for fun, and I also do this for family members who want to watch me. And actually my grandma is now, oh, I just came out to my grandma on the camera. Okay. My grandma now watches my vlogs too. Well, that was bound to happen. Actually, I think I should do something now and let her know. I'm going to call my grandma and come out to her. We had a conversation last Tuesday, a week ago. We had a conversation last Tuesday where I was catching up with her, but in my room I don't get very good cell reception to try to talk to people. So the best place to get reception is, ironically, in my closet. So I was in my closet and she suddenly couldn't hear me, and she said the funniest line. She's like, sorry, this is gonna sound weird, could you come out of the closet so I can talk to you easier? And I told her, I'm like, well, I'm not ready for that, because I was actually kind of warm in there, but the funniest thing is I wasn't ready to come out either. So I'm gonna give her a call and we're gonna tell her right now. My roommates are really weird. Please answer your phone. It's 1 p.m. Can you hear that? Hi Grandma, it's Kelly.
Hi Kelly, how are you doing, honey?
I'm really good, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Okay. Hey, do you remember a couple of days ago when I called you and you told me when I was getting the best reception in my closet to come out?
Right.
So, today is National Coming Out Day. I wanted to let you know, I just wanted to be completely honest with you. I'm bisexual.
Oh.
Yeah.
My goodness. A surprise.
I know.
Many ways to me, I don't know quite how to
Well,
determination. I don't know. Well, and maybe it's not anything I really need to know. I guess this. I love you no matter what, and I'm just kind of surprised.
Yeah. I love you too. Sorry, I'm so nervous right now. I'm crying.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I made you speechless, and I'm sorry. But to answer your question,
No need to apologize. I just,
taking these off. But to answer your question, I actually made a a coming out vlog for my YouTube channel that I gave you about a week ago. So yeah, all of your questions are definitely going to be answered on there if you want to watch, but I can answer them now if you want to. I'm gonna say this for anybody who meets me or who knows me. The only thing I'm asking in this entire thing is support and acceptance. Like, don't treat I'm not like singling you out. I'm just saying overall, I don't want anyone treating me like I'm any different or I'm a horrible person or something. I would rather people just accept it, support it, and move on. That's all I want.
You got it.
Yeah, I did just come out to my grandma on camera. Over the phone. So, I guess I should just say now, I'm still the same me. I've always been the same me, just that one small fact about me is a little bit different compared to a lot of other things. And my grandma is supportive. She said that she's proud of me, that she still loves me, which is great, thank God. But now you know too. And in the words of my grandma, who just told me, everything's okay, carry on.